she say?
JR.
What you say? That you only meant well.
Broadcasting live from the Complete College Prospect Studio in Sin City. Heard around the world, discussing everything that is high school sports, is the Who's Up Next podcast.
Hey, how's everybody doing? This is your boy JR, aka the Big Fella. Welcome to the Who's Up Next show. We have a great show that's gonna be put on for you today. Some of it sad, some of it good, a lot of information. We're gonna keep this thing semi-short and sweet. I always want to make sure that when you get here, you learn something about what's going on in the world of high school sports and the NCAA and things like that, as well as introducing you to some young athletes that are on the radar everywhere. I'd like to make sure that we're getting some coaches, some teachers, things like that, administration staff from these high schools as well, because this show is always about showcasing everything that deals with high school sports when it comes to the athletes, when it comes to their teams, their lives, everything. So in case we have the same incident that had last week, and for some reason you freeze up on your end, just exit out of the show, reload the show, and you'll pop right back up. I guess some people had that problem last week. But I always want to, we started last week, so I want to start it this week. The one thing you're going to get here on the Who's Up Next show is the truth. Whether you like it or you don't, that's up to you. So I always want to start the show with this little ditty right here. Let's go.
If you tell the truth, you're going to ruffle feathers. If you tell the truth, you lose your job. If you tell the truth, people think you're a bad guy. The truth is the problem that people have in society. I like to see the reaction to the truth.
And that's it, man. Here on the Who's Up Next show, it's going to be the truth. Some people are absolutely not going to like it. You can see things are a little different. We're changing some stuff around in the studio, so we're getting a different table in here and everything, so we kind of clear some stuff out again. The very first thing that I want to do, there's a young athlete that I'll wait a little bit in case his family isn't on. I want to make sure that they're, we got a tribute to a young man that lost his life recently, a young high school athlete that was on his way to college. So, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's see. What do we want to start with? Man? As always, with the Who's Up Next show, we're going to have a little hit world. We got a little short hit world today. We got about 4 athletes we want to introduce you to. 2 softball pitchers. One young lady is a softball pitcher and a wrestler. She's amazing. Her name is Erin Krebs. We have arguably one of the best high school men's soccer players in the United States, if not in the world, on the show today with Ethan Manzella. Then we have another softball pitcher and model. Her name is Isabella. She runs a company and everything else. We're going to tell you more about her. And then we have a young man that's a long snapper, which, again, we tend not to give those people. They're the unsung heroes in the sport of football, kickers, long snappers, but he's also an offensive lineman. I think he's playing tackle this year. He's played some guard. Bryce, so we want to put Bryce up. He goes to Green Valley High School, so we're going to get him up too. Bryce Clark, class of 26. So, hey, man, we're going to get on with the show. Let's see. First thing we want to do, I wanted to show everybody a clip. We've been talking about the NIL situation that's going on and with the NCAA changing rules and allowing college players in 2025, allowing college players to get paid, which is happening. That's done. So if you had any questions about that, that is absolutely a done deal. Hey, how you doing, Aaron? So that's done for sure. That's going to change the landscape for a lot of you athletes out there. Last week, I think 2 weeks ago, I put up all the states that allow NIL deals in high school. So let me change something that I said previously. Obviously, the pros are the pros. College, as of 2025, will now be pro, but let's say it would be like AAA baseball or the G League in basketball, something like that. It's going to be a lower level of pro because these athletes will be officially getting paid and have the ability for their NIL deals on top of their scholarship. So, recently the Coach Norvell up at CSU made a statement in a press conference. He said that he's losing some of his top prospects to other schools because the other schools are offering a player $600,000 a year. I'm gonna let that sink in. He's losing players. CSU is a quality program. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else to be said about that. And he said that he's losing his top prospects to other schools that are going to be paying next year $600K to those incoming athletes. That means that if a kid stays in school, let's say they play, but they redshirt plus 4 years. If you were getting $600K, you're talking about that kid leaving school with basically $3 million. And it's taxed differently because you're technically not your own corporation. It's some tricky stuff that's going on with whether you're an employee of the school or other stuff. So the kid's going to end up with a lot of that money. And so I just want to make sure everybody is on board with what's happening and the decisions that they need to make. Can high school athletes get an agent now? No, absolutely not. High school athletes do not get an agent. The agent changes everything. They still will go into your amateur status coming out of high school into college. And so what they're going to end up having to do is form a players association. And they're working on that too over the next 4 or 5 months. A lot of information is going to come out. The NCAA is definitely doing some things so that all that's out there. They will not be able to stop you from having a manager that's not from some agency that is an agent for going to the pros. So there will be 2 different levels to this thing. Now, here's where the biggest change is, right? Last time I said that high school was the new college. Yes and no, right? So high school is technically definitely the new college when it comes to the level of exposure you need and all these other things to get where you're trying to go, the level of help that you're going to need in order to be successful and get to college. And now the money that's coming your way is going to change that a little bit as well. So some of the states that I said did not allow NIL deals have already started changing their mind. I'm going to put up Scripps News a little clip from Scripps News out of Atlanta and let you guys see what they've now said about Florida changing. Louisiana is changing their rules. Nevada's on their way in the same direction. I'm going to show you a bunch of different stuff. There are some major changes coming to the high school side for NIL deals as well, and allowing kids there's some kids in high school that are worth $2-3 million on their NIL deals. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the little clip up from Scripps, and then we're gonna get into one of the highlights.
National correspondent Dan Grossman has been following NIL for months now. Dan, which states are paving the way to make this possible for high schoolers?
Chris, it's kind of fascinating to see that this has made its way all the way to the high school ranks. Only 3 years after you said that Supreme Court ruling came down. In total, there are more than 24 states that have these laws in place. Florida is due to become the newest once it ratifies its law next month.
What was once seen as the last beacon of pure sportsmanship looks to be infiltrated by some of the world's largest marketers. Adidas recently posted this video to Instagram announcing 7 high school athletes it's signing to its roster of ambassadors.
I keep it at arm's length for me as executive of the high school athletics because, in my opinion, high school sports are still the true sport, not a business. Unfortunately, it's starting to leak.
As Eddie Bonine just said, he's the executive director of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. He says these deals are sprouting up more and more in the high school ranks as more states pave ways for teams to profit off their name, image, and likeness. 30 states and D.C. have allowed the practice with plenty of guardrails in place, like what products can and can't be endorsed, to banning what are known as collectives, groups, which are used at the collegiate level to lure kids who have lucrative deals. Eddie says while it could have positives like revenue and branding for athletes, it could also have some drawbacks like how universities recruit.
A kid gets this really good deal with Nike and goes to a Adidas or Under Armour school, scholarship, football, basketball, baseball, you name it. Kid's screwed now. A question that would have never been asked. Are you presently under agreement with NIL?
Unless you're Bronny.
Hey, so you heard it right there, right? Scripps News out of Atlanta. They're not wrong. I know in recent years, I've sent some athletes to camps. Let me see here. There's a couple questions. Nevada has less than a year to make changes. Let's go. They're working on it. Let's see. They need to. Nevada is surrounded by too many states that are in agreement with paying athletes. They're already working on it. As you heard them say, like I've sent kids to camps. And one of the questions on the questionnaire is, are you under a NIL deal? That's for sure. They're not exaggerating. That's a fact. That is something that universities are asking when you go to their camps, when it comes to recruiting. Their camps for exposure to be seen and evaluated by the college. They are starting to ask that because if you are under an NIL deal with a brand and they don't have that deal, you're not going to get that offer. I guess you could try to break your contract, but chances are that's going to be a legal battle too that you and your parents aren't going to want to get into. That's that could be the downside of the whole NIL process if people don't pay attention. But again, you have to do what you have to do. I said it a couple of weeks ago on the NIL side and everything else that the NCAA has now lifted the ability for colleges to have different brands on their basketball court, on their football field, on their tennis court. Like they could brand out as much as they want. No different than when you watch the Super Bowl or something and you see better yet, NASCAR. If you watch NASCAR, you will notice that a car might be primarily one company, but their suit and everything else might have like 20 other companies on the car and everything else. And so that is where colleges are going. The new television contract for a lot of schools is coming up between now and 2030. So that's going to be big. There's just so much. They're talking about changing March Madness and the way basketball is done. They're definitely changing the way football is done. I think FSU and someone else just joined the Big 12. Like it's crazy out there. A lot of moving parts. I would like to be on this show talking about all the kids that Complete College Prospect has that are committing to different schools, but I know all of that's going to change. So there's no reason for me to share that. When I get that list, there's no reason for me to share it on here because the decommits for the 2025 class is going to be insane because all this money, like I said, it's going into effect in 25, but a lot of schools have not figured out what they're going to pay in their profit sharing and things like that. And so because of that, they don't know what they can offer yet. Once they get those numbers done, watch how many kids decommit as they move on in this situation. But here on the Who's Up Next show, you're going to get all the information you need. If you got questions, you can always reach out to the show. You can always reach out to Complete College Prospect on X and everywhere else. That'll all get over here. I'll make sure everything is taken care of and get you some information. So, but let's get into this first athlete, and then I definitely want to get into remembering this other young man that I had a chance to watch his film and some of the interactions with his team, and he was an amazing young man. But right now we're going to go ahead and let's get into, she was just on here, Ann D. Krebs. Pitcher, wrestler, just a great young woman. I know that her mom is at everything. She tries to get as good a film as she can. Like I said, I still disagree with not having cameras on high school basketball and baseball and soccer fields. I think that the same things as for football, they should have for everything else, so that good film could be had and that we could get better quality film to showcase these great athletes. But let's go ahead and get into it.
Class in session, don't wanna see me teach you as a lesson. Small town kid, but I'm half hillbilly. Half Lil Wayne, half Conway Twitty. Parked outside, baby girl, come get it. We can take a little ride outside of the city. Whole lot of gas in the tank, yeah. About to make a stop up at the bank, yeah. Ain't no tearing my bear, nah. But we still scream RP Hank, yeah. Small town kid, but I'm half hillbilly. Half Lil Wayne, half Conway Twitty. Parked outside, baby girl, come get it. We can take a little ride outside of the city. Whole lot of gas in the tank, yeah. About to make a stop up at the bank, yeah. Ain't no tearing my bear, nah. But we still scream RP Hank, yeah. Ain't no tearing my bear, but we still scream RP Hank.
You know I'm just a pickup man, I'm a Joe Diffie shit. I'm a country boy living in the city. When I'm old, prop me up against the jukebox. Tell all the hoes they can still come get me. Wild one, living like I got 9 lives. He spend a lot of time around the kitty. Phone stay busy, I just gotta collect calls from a bad bitch down in Mississippi. Hey, got a big chick with a sight for a dash. She haul, but she never wanna say it. Nope. And she like girls, but when I'm through, I'ma have her seeing straight like Lacey. Big 6 string on the back porch, sipping moonshine. I was born from the grain. One thing I can tell you about a hater, I can guarantee everyone know my name. Like No Show Jones, and the boy got choice. I guess he quit loving her today. Had to kick it to the curb, cause she didn't know Merle or know a single word to Waylon. Damn.
I need to apologize because I did say Ann at one point, which is crazy because we've been talking to Aaron for over a year now. Like I said, that young woman is amazing. She's absolutely amazing. You even saw some of her hitting in there. Again, I hate that the best videos we show tend to be of football because they have cameras in the stadiums. That drives me crazy. So talk to your local high schools, talk to your local state boards, and let them know that they need to do better, man. You volleyball players, even swimming has really good cameras, but baseball, softball, soccer, volleyball, all of that, like, we need cameras, man. These kids need exposure. Again, high school is the new college. We should get better film so that we can show better quality stuff for these athletes because they're out there doing amazing things, and they're now the front line to what's next. And so I definitely want to say that her video is still great. Her mom still does an amazing job. I've seen terrible video, you know what I'm saying? Even though a parent did the best they could, where I couldn't use it, but her mom does a good job for as much access as she can get. The next thing I want to get into, man, I'm hoping his family is on here. So this young man, Luke Miller, out of Texas, the reason that once I did my research on him, I definitely wanted to showcase him and do a memorial for him because he was such a young, good man, and he had a bright future. And I wanted to make sure his parents had something amazing that was done for him in order to have something to hold on to and know that someone who didn't know him, he was out of Texas. This was the first time he had came across my feed since I'm connected to all of the Texas football, basketball, baseball stuff. He died of a sudden illness. I'm telling you right now, look, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Becoming a professional athlete is 75% luck, 25% all the hard work and dedication and love that you had. It is you never know when something's going to happen that stops everything. You never know when something's going to come along that changes your life, changes your family's lives, and makes it where this dream that you have, it just is impossible. Last week, I told you about a player that had just been drafted and died, never got a chance to sign his contract, never got a chance to see himself in uniform, never got a chance to live out his dream of actually playing in the pros. He got drafted, but that was it. And he passed away. This young man had just committed to school. I want to make sure I get this right. He had just committed to the University of Texas, Perryman Basin, out in Texas. As a football memory, he got the sign on signing day with his parents sitting right next to him. They got to enjoy that with him. He was 18 and he never got a chance to go play. He never got a chance to go to college and actually play. He never got a chance to suit up and run out there and let his parents have that memory. So I'm telling you, athletes, when you're out there practicing, what does that say? When you're out there practicing, enjoy the moment. I know sometimes you get irritated with your coaches. I know sometimes you are unhappy with the situation, but enjoy every day because you get to be there. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to always agree with your coaches. That's not what I'm saying. I definitely never did. And my son doesn't. I don't agree with his coaches sometimes. But enjoy it. You know, enjoy the moment that you're in. Enjoy that your parents get to see it. There we go. We back? We better be back. There we go. But I want to get into this thing. I know some people, you probably just froze. If you did, just click out, click back in. I'm going to put this up and I'll run it again later. His name was Luke Miller, 18 years old, out of Texas.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Hey. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost. And I felt.
Hey, so, man, hopefully you guys all were back in. If for any reason anybody missed it, I'm going to run the video again because I did see that we froze. So I'll run it again before the show is over. Again, the young man's name was Luke Miller. Having a kid myself that's at that age, preparing. Hey, what's up, Chocolate? that's preparing to play his last year and go to college. It definitely hits me in my soul because I can't imagine what those parents are going through. I want to see all of you guys succeed. All of you. Like, I don't care. Like, if you're out there and you're busting your ass every day, I want to see you succeed. That's what the Who's Up Next show is. That's what Complete College Prospect is all about. A lot of companies get started because they want to get rich, or they want to, I don't know. But the Who's Up Next show, Tropaian Magazine, Complete College Prospect, the dream is your success. The motto is your success. The standard of the brand is your success, not the company's success. The company's going to be successful. That's a no-brainer. But the goals of the company and all of the partner companies is your success. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing more. That there's never been a meeting where the thing that was discussed was anything other than how can we make it better for high school athletes out there? How can we make it better for parents that are trying to navigate these waters and get their kids onto college? How can we make recruiting easier for the college recruiters instead of them having to jump through all the hoops and figure out all the information to get these kids where they want to go? That's what the brand is about. That's how pure the brand is. That's why everybody has put so much money into developing the company and making it what it is because, damn. Jesus. Video actually bothered me. That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. It's the love of this company for every young athlete out there is why we get up and do everything that we do, right? That's it. So when we see, it really is. So when we see a life lost before it really got a chance to get started, it definitely is it does something. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm hoping that his parents didn't freeze in that frame when the system went down a little bit. So I'll run that video back one more time before we get off the show. But let's go ahead and jump over to the next video. Let's go to Hit List, man. Let's go to Hit List. So, Hit World, so that we can get, just see something else. It's a short one, but let's get it.
When I pull up in the whip, they be saying goddamn. When I hop up with my shawty, they be saying goddamn. They never show me love, now they see I got fans, now they saying goddamn. Goddamn. They hating, I guess I gave them a reason. Feel like Roddy Ricch, cause I've been ballin' every season. Got them 24s with 14 inches wide. Hop up in my rack up, catch a vibe. Cause you know that F-250 go vroom vroom. Girl, you looking like a star, I can take you to the moon. They never show me love till they seen I got bands, I'm the man. I'm asking what's the plan when I pull up. When I pull up in the whip, they be saying goddamn. When I hop up with my shawty, they be saying goddamn. They never show me love, now they see I got fans, now they saying goddamn. When I pull up in the whip, they be saying goddamn. When I hop up with my shawty, they be saying goddamn.
Hey man, welcome back to the show. Hit World, we do what we do. Hey, those are some great clips. I'm not gonna let's see what's up. Appreciate it. Hit World. The 159 guy banging on the dude, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I played basketball. in high school and stuff, and love basketball in general, college, you can't dunk on me and then put your legs around my head, I'm probably gonna have a problem with that. that's probably gonna be that's definitely gonna be an issue. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely gonna be an issue. I'm just saying, but that was definitely a good hit, World. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. Let's hit this CCP family commercial, and then we're gonna come back with Bryce Clark out of Green Valley High School, long snapper, offensive line. Let's go.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. 999. Waiting for the exhale. I toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. I can't breathe. I'm waiting for the exhale. Toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. Still no luck, but oh well. I still try even though I know I'm gon' fail. Stress on my shoulders like an anvil. Perky got me itching like an anthill. Drugs killing me softly, Lord hell. Sometimes I don't know how to feel.
There you go, the family of companies. And we still have other people that we need to get in there, because you also have, we never want to forget that Body Armor, huge sponsor of Complete College Prospect. I know I'm messing up right now because there's other companies in there. We will definitely get to them. But for right now, let's go ahead and get into Bryce Clark, long snapper, offensive line, amazing young man, amazing athlete, just a really good dude. Like, his father's a great guy, and he's a great guy. Let's go. Hey, what I like about Bryce, you know what I'm saying? You guys already know what I like about Aaron. I try to make sure I say something about each of the athletes that are on the show. What I like about Bryce, he's a little bit different than the kid we had last week or the week before, Kendon Goforth. Kendon is a big kid, moves meat, he's going to pick up that 300-pound defensive guy, 200-pound defensive guy. He's going to move him 10, 15 yards. And stay on that guy. But with Bryce, what I love is that he's violent. And that's rare on the offensive side of the ball when it comes to the line. He's extremely violent. He's mobile and he's violent. So when you watch his film, he's constantly moving, constantly hitting guys, constantly, like, it doesn't matter. At one point, you saw him hit his guy, put him on the ground, and then started looking around, found another guy that was in the way of the running back and went and laid him down too. So, like, I love that. Like, that's just, I love that. So, hey, Bryce, love to you, bro. Let's see. Oh, the companies that I was forgetting, like NIL Wire, a new partner. I mean, we work with the NCAA, so obviously NCAA. let's see. I just had my birthday cake from Cold Stone. Don't want to forget Cold Stone. And now we got a new partner, Good Sports. So like the brands are constantly coming when it comes to the Who's Up Next show, constantly coming when it comes to being a part of the Complete College Prospect family, and we love it. And it's just going to continue to grow so that we can do everything we do for you. Let's see. We got some other information to get into, so let's do that. I don't want to miss all that. So when we were talking about the NIL deals and where we're going with all of that on the high school side, remember what I said, college is the new not semi-pro, the new pro, just the lower level pro. High school is the new college with some pro benefits. What college has been for the last couple of years with the NIL deals. That's what high school is now. I've already explained that high school coaches are going to have to change their philosophy on some level and understand that they're going to deal with some divas, understand that they're going to have parents that are really going to be in their face. And I'm sorry, coaches, you chose to coach. So then it's time to you're going to have to learn to deal with it in a new way and not just think that because there's a coach that my kid dealt with where the coach told them, don't worry about college. This is in high school. The coach said, don't worry about college. That we'll get to that. It's about the team. Not anymore. Like, I'm sorry. Like it wasn't when he said it. It's always about the team. That's a given. But if each person is doing the things, if each person on your team is doing the things to get where they need to go, then the whole team is winning. If you go look at these teams that are winning, the guard or the center in basketball or the forward is shooting guard is doing their job. They're worried about getting what they get so that then the team, if everybody's doing the same thing, then the team is going to win. It doesn't matter. If the pitcher is like, yo, I'm trying to have a no-hitter, but then first base is like, I'm not letting nothing get past here. I'm trying to shut everything down at first base. But the shortstop is like, nothing is staying in the infield to my side. You know what I'm saying? But the outfield is like, I'm not letting nothing go out of this, out off this field. There's no home runs being hit today. Then the team wins. So coaches are going to have to change their philosophy hands down. That's a no-brainer because you have these kids now showing up as freshmen, possibly being in the money in NIL deals by the time they're juniors and seniors. Definitely, if they're going Division I, going to the money and probably going to be millionaires. Their parents, the players, they're going to have less tolerance for coaches that are YouTube coaches. And I'm not saying all coaches are that way. There's a lot of quality high school coaches, but there are some YouTube coaches, and there's nothing wrong with that either, right? But go be a YouTube coach that studies, comes out and understands that one thing doesn't fit every player. Every player that comes across your preview a way of training doesn't work for everybody. Because if it did, you would go pay $10,000 for the Michael Jordan, LeBron James, the Tom Brady book and say, okay, I'm just going to follow that. I'm going to train the exact same way they trained and everybody's going to make it. But we know that doesn't work. We know it. There's a reason that they call some talents a once-in-a-lifetime talent. Because some things just work differently. Some styles work differently. Some ways to throw balls, shoot balls are different. Some ways to kick is different. Messi, you know what I'm saying, is a different player than let's go. I'm going to mess up all this soccer stuff right now. Let's say than Ronaldo. They're two different guys, right? They're going to play different. They can learn the same, but they're going to play different. So then you got to kind of move with their style. So for these high school coaches that believe that it's cookie cutter systems work for everybody, trainers too, these private trainers that think that it's a cookie cutter system for every kid, that you need to go to a different trainer. You got to look at a kid's strength and then coach them according to that while putting in some of the fundamentals that kind of are universal, but adjusting them for your athletes. High school coaches, you're going to have to change. That's just a fact. Or you're going to lose players. There's going to be mass exodus of players from one state to another state, one school to another school. No matter what the rules are, there's just too much money coming into this. And is it fair that you're not getting a chance to figure this thing out? No, but hey, it is what it is. You chose to be a coach. So Nike founder Philip Knight just told Oregon they have unlimited NIL funding. He want to win college championships. So Nike is out here telling them that he don't care how much money they spend in NIL money. He wants the University of Oregon to win, and so they can offer whatever they want. This is what I mean by this thing is a business now. The University of Texas was handing out Lamborghinis as part of their NIL package. You know what I'm saying? Like this is where we're going, right? So parents and athletes, don't allow this thing to be a surprise to you. Start getting ready now. Start getting knowledgeable now. Start doing the things you have to do now, because the money that goes away the fastest, there's a reason that they say most lottery winners are broke within 2 years. That's because when they get that new money, you were surprised it was going to happen, so you didn't prepare to have it. So start preparing. If you could tell somebody that your kid, let me see something, laugh out loud. I've been coaching since I was 21, but I still watch videos as softball. He has evolved so much since I played. Most girls pitch a different way. I had to teach myself that. I think great coach is absolutely. That's Aaron's mother. She's a coach. She's amazing. And that's what I want to see. I want to see coaches out there that are willing to say, I don't know everything. I know I have to change. I know I need to do this. My son had a coach his freshman year that believed in running the ball, short passes. My son aired out a 63-yard touchdown. He sat him because he was like, that's not what I asked for. By the end of the season, by mid-season, he had changed his whole philosophy and would be like, yo, just go out there and show him what that arm is made of. He was willing, even though he was an old school coach, he was willing to change. He was willing to learn and adjust. And so hearing that from another woman who coaches athletes, continues to do this thing. She's a huge, huge supporter of softball and always sending new kids over to Complete College Prospect that she's trying to get exposure for. I love hearing that. I love hearing that wholeheartedly. So again, that's all we're saying, because this thing is definitely changing. You just saw the stuff with, you see, I had another comment. Naughty Bohemian, great coaches. Heck, anyone in any field never needs. Yeah, absolutely. No matter what you're doing, you need to learn. If you're done learning, then you're just not good at your job. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. The University of Oklahoma, they're doing the NIL salary cap era, but they just made an amazing hire. Oklahoma wanted everyone to know exactly how serious they take the NIL money and the new contracts that are coming with athletes now that they have to pay them, that they went and hired the consulting firm that worked for the Philadelphia Eagles in order to do the NIL deals and the contracts with athletes that they're going to be paying in 2025. So you athletes that are thinking that you're just graduating high school and going to go play, this is what your colleges are doing. Your colleges are bringing in pro-level firms that deal with billion-dollar companies, right? Billion-dollar brands. They're bringing them in to prepare their programs to get you paid. So if they're bringing in billion-dollar firms to support their side of the contract, I promise you, you need to start dealing with it now to get people surrounding you and your kid to prepare for those type of contracts and to make sure that things that are being agreed to are what's best for your athlete. From an education standpoint, scholarships are going away, so they'll still be getting college paid for. That's a plus. They'll be getting checks. We know how that can go, right? And your kids are turning 18, so you can say, hey, I'm going to be able to tell them, I'm going to help them do whatever, but at 18, they don't have to listen to you. So start building that rapport with your kids now so that you can be in their corner and help them not go broke, help them not get into trouble, help them not do some of those things, because we've seen it time and time again. even myself, I made mistakes, you know what I'm saying, with money. I've seen it countless times. If no one ever teaches you what to do, you're going to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? When I first became a pro, I didn't even know how to do a checking account. And so I carried around a lot of money or had it just stuffed in my house because I didn't know what to do until I met people that taught me how to do that. That's crazy. And so you guys need to fix that now. Fix that with your kids. Prepare yourselves. Wrap your head around the amount of money. If you know that you got a 5-star athlete that's going to a Division I program, wrap your head around the fact that your kid might be bringing in $1 million, $600,000, $500,000, $100,000. That way, when that check comes, you don't get all, oh my God, we have a lot of money. No, your kid has a lot of money. And then you got to keep it in perspective so that then it doesn't cause problems between you and your child either. Because no one is on your, listen to me, no one, everything is, the colleges are taking care of themselves, the NCAA is taking care of themselves. No one is going to, they don't do it in the pros. That's why there's players associations. No one's going to be on your side looking out for you and your kid. That's the truth. Like again, you heard me say it. You're gonna hear the truth here, nothing but the truth, and that's what it has to be. If you don't prepare, you're gonna get taken advantage of, and they're a $1 billion juggernaut. So you're not gonna be able to get the right attorneys to fight that at all. By the time you finish fighting it, you're gonna be broke and owe so much money that's ridiculous, right? So prepare ahead of time. We'll get back to some of that too. Let's get to Liv, right? So Livy Dunn, her NIL money every year is $4 million for the last 2 years. I'm gonna let that sit in there, right? 4 for the last 2 years. She decided she's coming back for a 5th year in gymnastics, right? That means somebody's not getting a scholarship. She's supposed to be moving on, going to the Olympics, other stuff. She's like, nah, I'm staying. Because when she leaves, she's going to be a double-digit millionaire. Understand what I'm telling you? She's going to be 21, 22, 23, and she's going to be a double-digit millionaire. Her family probably hadn't seen that kind of money. So she chose to stay one more year. This is going to continue to happen. So these high school scholarships are going to kind of dry up a little bit. There's going to be guys and girls this year that are supposed to be graduating and leaving that aren't going to leave, because they know they're going to get that money in 25, so they're going to find a way to stay, especially if they don't feel like they're getting drafted into whatever sport. Next kid up is Isabella the Beast, right? So I definitely want to make sure to tell you guys about her. Isabella is amazing. She's a model. She's a pitcher. But what I think is the best thing about Isabella is that she everything is branding, right? She's all about branding herself, her image. She's very careful about what's put out there, which I love, because that's a responsible person trying to make sure that her brand goes the way she wants it to, takes control of her life. She's still in high school, and she's been doing this. Her and her father have been working her brand. They have all kinds of stuff surrounding them in order to do it. But then she started a company called QR Recruiter in order to help other high school athletes. So understand, this is a high school young woman who also is helping other high school athletes. So love that. You will see QR Recruiter in the CCP family, because we've been dealing with her for a while now too, and her brand and her company. And so love everything that she does. Like I said, model, pitcher, businesswoman. Let's go. Isabella the Beast.
Got an A to B truck that they call a Z, a cloud of dirt rolled up like it's Willie Weed. I got them give me into heaven letters underlined. I keep a bird shot flying through that welcome sign. Ooh, yeah, if you know me, you know no, I ain't about that big city life. I'm on that small town shit. I got a 30-aught six in a stick-built house out there in them sticks. Got a hillbilly habit I can never kick. No, I ain't never getting off a bit, off a bit. I'm on this small town shit. I'm on it. Yeah, I'm catching catfish where I wash my sins. I be out there hanging like I'm live on glimpse. Got a shine in the sky, shine in my train. This country boy surviving like hay. I'm on that small town shit. I got a 30-06 in a stick-built house out there in them sticks. Got a hillbilly habit I can never kick. No, I ain't never getting off a bit, off a bit. I'm on that small town shit.
There you go, Isabella Adams, the beast. Again, young woman is an entrepreneur and everything else. Great young woman. She's an amazing pitcher. You just saw two amazing pictures between her and Aaron. You know what I'm saying? And Aaron's mom also is about the brand and doing what they do for Aaron. So these two young women are ahead of the game when it comes to making sure that they're traveling, being seen, doing everything they can to build themselves up, build up their brands. But like I said, again, the thing that I love about both of them, about both young women and both of their parents, right? Her dad, Aaron's mom, Isabella's dad, is that they also reach back to their teammates and outside of their programs and try to help other athletes do the same thing. I love that, because if we don't take care of each other, who's really going to look out for us? You know what I'm saying? That's, like I said, that's why Complete College Prospects exists, is to have all of the opportunities to give athletes $1 million branding without $1 million prices. You know what I'm saying? And so I love what these young women are out there doing, and I truly support them. And I know Complete College Prospects supports them. It's just the way it goes. Let's see. Oh, man. This one's a treat, right? Yo, and the way that you saw, I don't know how, but I do know Isabella dad going to get in there. So if you could get that kind of film in softball, you should get it, so that we could get a real view of what you do. If you could get that kind of film, I've said it before, parents, invest in a great camera, right? It's going to be one of the best investments of your child's career. Invest in a good camera and invest in sacrificing a little bit of time. Let's see what we got. Great job, Isabella from Coach K. Yep, D's mom. There you go. Appreciate you. Invest in sacrificing some time watching your kid part of the game in order to get the footage your kid needs to put out to the rest of the world. One of the big things about NIL deals and NIL money is your social media. It's important. I cannot stress enough. Every company is now talking about it. All those kids that got signed to Adidas, the 7 athletes that Adidas just added to their stable, they all are sitting on 100,000 or more followers on their social media. That's why Adidas did it. They were good athletes, but they also had a nice following. And so Adidas reached out and did that. So that money is out there for you young athletes to make. I'm so happy that you guys get a chance to do it. I know, again, I said it last week, I know a lot of athletes are going to be upset about not getting paid during our time, but that's the point. We're supposed to be a building block so that eventually the game will change and you guys can get what you get. And I love it. I love it in every way. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so just make sure you guys are taking advantage of it. So build up your social media brands. Look, if you don't have an X account, stop it. Go get an X account. I'm not a fan of Elon Musk either, but get an X account. Every coach on earth is on X. They're not going to be on your Instagram. They're damn well not going to be on your Snapchat. They do go over to TikTok, but X is where business is done. So in the world of big business, everybody always has a saying, which is all businesses, you got to learn to play golf because all big business is done on a golf course. Well, all recruiting business is done on X. There you go. That's what I'm comparing. Every $1 billion deal, every president that you see going to golf with other heads of state, all of that, I'm equating that to X. I despise that I have to support this dude, right? Because Twitter was better when it was just Twitter. But X is where business is done when it comes to recruiting. That's a fact. If you don't have an X account, you're losing. You're absolutely losing. That's that simple. Let's see every athlete that I talk to that wants to go to the next level, the first thing I have told them is to go get an X account. And the second thing I told them was to do is sign up with CCP. That's why we love y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's why we love y'all, because it's the facts. Like it's the facts. You got it. There's things you got to do, man. There's steps you got to do. There's things you have to do to get where you're trying to go. No brainer. No brainer. All right. This next athlete, I love this kid, man. They're super private. Him and his family are super private. He's down in Georgia. His name is Ethan Manzella. CCP rated him a year ago and has continued to up his rating because the kid is he's out there like that. Like Ethan Manzella travels everywhere. He is a star when he hits the soccer field. Everyone knows him. And whenever he's on the field, he always ends up being one, if not the top player, one of the best players on the field. And that's why I said in the high school level, the kid he's definitely one of, if not the best in the United States. But I would say that it wouldn't be a surprise to find out he was one of the best in the world at what he does. He's super dedicated. So let's go watch him, Ethan Manzella. Ethan Manzella. Hey, again, I can only put up the film that you have out there, right? Soccer players, parents, track them, and then start to zoom in as they're going towards the goal. Because one of those, Ethan went 40 yards to score. You know what I'm saying? He dribbled around, I think it was 3 defenders and scored. On one play, the very first play, he took it in, self-passed, and then got about a 10-yard kick in, about a 20-yard kick into the goal. You know what I'm saying? He's doing amazing things out there. But it's important that you guys it sucks. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Love seeing all these amazing athletes. Go get it, Ethan. Yep. I'm going to do the best that I can. I don't want to blow up your film because if I blow up your film, we're going to lose integrity. So I want to keep it where it's at. I know Ethan has a YouTube channel. I know D has a YouTube channel. I know that I swear Isabella has a website. So there you go. The job of the show is to make sure that we are showcasing these athletes and putting them on your radar as fans, to go out and watch them and be able to build up their fan base of athletes. That's why we every week, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna have different athletes on the show. Tropia Magazine's new edition comes out in August. I know that the cover athlete will be announced towards the end of July. That's heading into football season. What else we got? The basketball, fall edition to winter edition, so not necessarily basketball. And I guess technically August it's football, soccer, all the fall sports. So, make sure you get in. Let me go find these banners for y'all, man. So look, if you want to get into Tropia Magazine, bam, there you go. That's the contact information. Here, let's take it off the ticker. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Take it down, get your information in. You can still make the August edition. There's the November edition, all of that. If you want to get in over there at Tropia, you want to get on the Who's Up Next show, bam. There you go. Make sure we get this information out there. There you go. If you want to get on the Who's Up Next show, there you go. We're going to start taking interviews again here shortly. We're putting in another part to the studio for another type of segment that's more intimate when people are in the state, to come in, have a seat, and do nice interviews in that way. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. You want to get to CCP? There you go. There you go. That is the contact information. Complete College Prospect, Tropia Magazine, the Who's Up Next show. We're going to keep putting it out there. If you want to get on, there it is. The easiest way, go to X, CC Prospects 23. Boom, done. There you go. People do it all day, every day. That's the easiest way to get in touch and get on the show, or get it, elevate yourself, get you over to Complete College Prospect, get you signed up, and do whatever is necessary over there. Let's see. Let's go back over here. I know there was a little bit more. Oh, revenue sharing. I think we talked about this, the ups and downs. No, this is new. So Utah State is opting in to revenue sharing as well. So I just want you to take a look at this, right? Utah State is opting into 22% revenue sharing. That's the rate that is approved. And they know that they're going to be at a disadvantage because they only raised $50 million last year. So think about that. They raised $50 million, 22% of that. That's easy to figure out, right? That's what they're going to pay out to their athletes. And they know that they make less than half of a mid-tier Power 5 school like West Virginia. So West Virginia, think about that, less than half. So you're looking at West Virginia probably bringing in $110, $115 million, and they're going to pay out 22% of that. Eastside Golf just signed in their 2025s the number one ranked junior golfer to an NIL deal. Junior golfer. I just want to say that again, to an NIL deal, Eastside Golf. Arkansas quarterback just got a truck as part of his NIL deal. Y'all heard me tell y'all earlier. You can see that. I don't know that truck really counters the Lamborghinis that Texas is giving out, but I guess it depends on who you are, what kind of truck it was. I mean, I drive a Ram, so I guess no. Yeah, I don't know. That Lamborghini is hard to beat, but hey, that's what they're doing over there at Arkansas, is giving out trucks as part of their deal. This thing is what it is, man. This thing is a juggernaut. It's not going to stop. And I just want all of you athletes and all you parents to be aware. Always going to talk about it on the show. Other NCAA news. This is the hottest spot to get it. We get all that information firsthand, so it's all going to be on the show. or you can find it over at Complete College Prospect. All right, man. So again, this time I'm not crying. We're going to talk about this kid here, Luke Miller. Again, passed away of a sudden illness. Great kid, great athlete. I had not had a chance to have him on my radar, but he came across my feed, dug in to do some research, found out he was 18 years old. He had just signed to go to college. Never got to go. It's football. He never got to show up. They would have been showing up around now, a little bit later. He never got a chance to show up. His parents did get to experience him signing his letter of intent and the publicity of that. They did get a chance to go out and visit the universities with him. Obviously, they got a chance to see him play. They got a chance to be with him. And so for you parents out there, don't sleep on those moments. Everybody can't do everything. I'm blessed. I get to go to every practice my kid has. I make sure coaches understand I'm here to be here. I'm not here to be heard, but I'm going to be at everything. I'm going to see everything because that's what I want to do. I don't care because you never know how much time you have left. Before I get into this video, this tribute to this young man for the second time, let me leave you guys with this. I don't remember where I heard it, what video I was watching, but for the last year, I'd had a hard time sleeping. And I know it was because I feared that, as another birthday was coming, maybe there wasn't any more time. I don't know why. I had a little fear that maybe I'm not going to wake up. And so I wasn't sleeping a lot, 2-3 hours a night. That was going on for a year, I saw this video about 2 weeks ago, and it was I want to say actor or maybe it was a sports athlete. I don't know. But they said what they do every day before they go to bed is ask themselves, was today worth it? Did they do everything today? Did they appreciate everything today so that if tonight is the last night, they're good with the results? And so for the last week, I've been doing that. I've been sleeping like a baby. Like I've been getting rest. I felt rested. My mind isn't rushing. You know what I'm saying? My mind's not rushing around. I recommend that you do that too. Whatever decisions you make in your day should be the kind of decisions that when you close your eyes at night, you can accept whatever happens. That's how I feel. I feel good with it. But I thought I'd leave y'all with that because life is short. Again, becoming a professional athlete, I love that that's the goal. I want to see you all get there. But it's 75% luck, 25% everything else. And you're going to hear, look, there's going to be some coach. You're going to go to some coach going to see this video, and they're going to be like, man, no, because they want you to work hard. They don't want you to do whatever. They're going to say, hey, no, it's more like it's 100% of effort. It's 100% of whatever you put into it. Okay. Luke worked hard. He worked hard, and his hard work was about to be paid to him, which was his ability to go to college and play in college, and then hopefully go on to something better than that. He did not work hard, and it didn't happen because the luck of it. Some kids' parents get a divorce, and now a kid got to move somewhere random for their senior year of high school, and now it's over because they're not going to be the starter. They don't get the credit from the other school they were at the new school. That doesn't happen like that. Maybe you out with your friends and God forbid something randomly happens and you get in a car accident or who knows what, you choke on a piece of bread. You stumble, fall, break a finger, break a toe, break something that's going to stop you from playing your sport. Whatever it is, becoming a professional athlete is luck more than anything else. You got to be at the right school that doesn't have 3 superstars sitting in front of you. Choose wrong, you don't know how this thing plays out. If it wasn't for an injury, we never know Tom Brady. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan get cut, there probably wouldn't be a Michael Jordan. He wouldn't be the same person. That's how this thing works, right? The greatest athletes that you see, the pro athletes that you see, a lot of luck played a part in that. A lot of them have siblings that played too. But someone made it and someone didn't. And that's because it's the luck of your life. And so appreciate everything. Appreciate the pain. If you're the athlete, appreciate the pain and the struggle that you go through every day to get where you're trying to go. Appreciate it, because you get to be here and do that. You get to be here and struggle. You get to be here and hurt. When you're sore from training, it sucks, but appreciate that you get to feel that pain. If you're a parent, appreciate that you get to see your kid go out there every day, even when they ain't got time to do anything with you because they're focused on where they're trying to get. And it doesn't have to just be sports. They want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a president. I don't care. Appreciate that that's where they go and what they're trying to do, and that you get to watch it. Hey, man, to Luke's parents, I'm very sorry for your loss. Your son won't be forgotten, especially on this show. I know that Complete College Prospect is creating a wall for athletes here in the building. I promise you that Luke will be on that wall. And once it's up, we'll make sure that we get some pictures and stuff of that and get it over to you guys on X. Your son won't be forgotten. He will not be forgotten. We appreciate the fact that we were able to put him on here. I appreciate y'all too. So here we go again. Tribute to Luke Miller. Great young man, gone too soon. And we're going to end the show with that. And I'll see y'all next week. Hold on.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost.